Hi! Welcome to this part of my review featuring the Neon Lords of the Toxic Wasteland, core rules. If you haven't seen the other parts of this review featuring this science fantasy post-apocalyptic role-playing game, please check out the playlist in the description below. This time we are going to talk about Spellcasting, Chaos Reigns Supreme, War Wizards, Holy Smiters, and Star Spawn manipulate the world around them in various ways, but end with the same result: magic. Through arcane knowledge given to them by their demonic master, the War Wizard bends the ethereal chaos winds that flow like the streams of time, unseen by many but felt by all. Man and beast alike feel the incorporeal breeze of the chaos winds, but only the War Wizard knows how to harness it. The Holy Smiter gains inherent magical ability from the blessing of his deity. Supernatural divine power is granted to them if they stay in good favor with the god. Aeons of evolution and their homeworld have granted the Star Spawn psychic abilities. Using the power of the mind, they can alter the chaos winds, much the same as the War Wizard, just in various other ways. Let's talk about spell pool gathering. The veil between the material world and chaos is thin and very unpredictable. Be it through esoteric rituals for a War Wizard, praying to a god, or simple meditation for the Star Spawn, all casters must attune to the chaos and expel it through magic means. After each long rest, the caster must gather their spell pool. Each class has a set amount of spell dice they can roll. Any result of 4 or above is a potential spell they can cast that day. As the spellcaster gains levels, so does their ability to gather spells. For example, a level 1 War Wizard with a brains score of 13 will roll a total of 7 6-sided dice, with the results of 1, 3, 5, 6, 4, 4, 6, granting them the ability to cast 5 spells until their next long rest. This is because the War Wizard obtains dice or generates a dice pool equal to 4 6-sided dice plus level plus the brains ability bonus. And as you just heard, only 5 of those results generated the ability to cast spells, that is the 5, 6, 4, 4, and 6. Then we have details on chaotic corruption. The innate ability to harness the power of chaos through non-magical means takes its toll on the Star Spawn. When gathering their dice pool, if any doubles are rolled, one of the doubles is ignored and lost. Then we have information on casting a spell. The War Wizard must not be engaged in melee combat with an enemy and have nothing in his hand except a wand or staff. In addition, the War Wizard must be able to speak freely and not be bound in any way. The Holy Smiter and Star Spawn also must not be engaged in melee combat with an enemy. However, they can cast spells while wielding a weapon, just as long as one hand is free. Holy Smiters must be able to speak freely as well, but a Star Spawn can manifest without talking. Now, concerning spell checks, spells that are considered non-combat spells, meaning they don't have a target to attack, or they rely on a target rolling a saving throw, they need a spell check to determine if the spell is a success or a failure. Then we have details on spell misfire. When a spell goes horribly awry, meaning a 1 is rolled on the spell check, you roll a d20 and consult a table. However, War Wizards, Star Spawn, and Brutacorns roll on the same misfire table, while Skulljammers and Holy Smiters roll on their own exclusive tables. For example, maybe you obtain the result of fireworks dazzle from the caster's fingertips, blinding him for 1d4 turns. Or maybe it's a misfire and turns you into a chicken for 1d4 turns. Your armor class is now 9 with 1 hit point. Or perhaps you obtain the result of lasers shoot out of the caster's eyes, hitting 1d4 random targets up to 120 feet for 2d6 of damage totaled among all the targets. Now, concerning saving throws, if a spell requires a saving throw, it will be listed in the spell description. If the save is a success, the majority of the time, it will negate the effect of the spell. There are exceptions where it simply just reduces said effects. Now let's talk about the different spell categories. They are very unique. They have names that are quite retro, Some of them are a bit disturbing, others are quite funny, and all of them are awesome. Let's look into this. First, we have War Wizard spells. For centuries, the demon lords of Hellworld have passed on their secrets of magic to humanoids in exchange for their souls to do battle in the name of the demon lord for all of eternity. The magical spells that are a whisper in the mind of the war wizard are written upon paper made of the flesh of man. After they are written on the unholy parchment, the war wizard forgets the incantations instantly. A war wizard's battle tome is a coveted possession for the uninitiated, or those men who possess weak hearts but still want ultimate power. One could bring in quite the amount of gold. Let's talk about a few of these spells because there are many. You have between 20 to 6 spells per level, and there are 9 levels total. So let me show you a few of them. You have Dubstep Thunder, a sound that is long forgotten to time. The war wizard can call it back from extinction and weaponize it. With a clap of his hands, the caster unleashes a noise that sounds like the fornication of machines. The horrendous noise deals damage on a failed resolve save to any creature within 15 feet, centered around the caster. That is a 15-foot cube. These creatures take only half damage on a successful save. There's also Face Melter. The war wizard exhales pure chaos winds from deep in his lungs, spewing it into the face of his target, dealing damage plus additional damage per level, and turning the skin on his face into a pile of goo that smells like rotten cheese and goblin feet. There's also Demonic Consultation. To request counsel from a demon is an impressive feat, let alone the demon lord helping a humanoid with nothing in return, for now. The war wizard may cast any 3rd level or below spell with demonic help. It can be any spell. The war wizard does not already have to know it. We also have the spell Trapper Keeper. The war wizard gains the ability to look through objects and point out the location of traps and treasures within the 50-foot range. This effect lasts for 1 turn. We also have Final Form. This is my final form. Until the next time the war wizard casts another spell, they can transform into any living creature they wish. When attempting to cast another spell or transform back to their natural state, the war wizard must make a resolve saving throw. If failed, they are stuck in this form and lose all their spells and magical abilities if the form they choose was not a caster. That's a very risky spell if you ask me. There's also the spell Slaughter All Existence. Everything within a 100-foot radius of the war wizard turns to dust instantly, with the war wizard being the sole survivor. This includes everyone in the party as well. If the spell check is failed, the war wizard is turned to dust instead. We also have Demon Lord granted spells, such as Crown of Impalement. Oriax, the False King, grants his followers the ability to conjure his Crown of Impalement. Any target the war wizard can see in range receives the crown on his head. The twisted nails drive deep, dealing a lot of damage. There's also Eternal Vengeance. A target within eyesight of the war wizard must make a successful resolve saving throw, or they suffer from becoming a sworn enemy of the war wizard and Sagan herself. This miserable existence involves auto-failing every save versus the war wizard's future spells. Once the enemy is slain in the realm of the living, its soul is consumed by Zagan. For every soul given to her, the war wizard gains back 1 chaos point. And this concludes this part of the review. In the next part we are going to take a look at the other spell categories. As you can see, the war wizard's selection of spells is quite ample and quite powerful. But this is because the war wizard is a bit more fragile when compared to the other spellcasting classes. Thank you for watching this part of the review. If you have any comments or questions, please let me know. And thank you so much to those of you that have been supporting the channel by sending drive-thru RPG gift certificates. If anyone else wants to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. Once again, thank you and see you later.